Everybody. Do I say it the getaway? Good morning, everybody. I'm barefaced today. No makeup today. Okay, so you see all my flaws. Okay, you see all my flaws, everything. Okay, I'm here to start trouble. Okay, I'm here to start trouble. Okay, nothing more. Nothing more. I know you see the title. Okay, I know you see the title. I'm not here to do anything else but to start trouble. Okay? And hold on for 1 minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Hold on, child. Sorry about that, my dear. Huh? I'm on my line. Not yet. Once you clean everything. Once you clean everything, okay? Thank you so much, my dear. Okay, I'm back, y'all. All right, I'm back. Now listen, today is a cleanup day. Okay, so cleaning out the car, cleaning up the house. The kids are already mad. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, but it's Saturday, so we have to clean up. All right, we supposedly, first of all, we clean up during the week. It's me doing a little spot and this and that, and then on Saturday they go and handle the rest. Okay, when you got big kids, it's a blessing. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Woo! It's a blessing when they big. Do you hear me? Oh my God. They get mad though. You know, they get mad, but that's not my business. That's not my business, okay? That ain't my business. Looking like they father. That's not my business, okay? That's not my business. Now, I started my day off very well when I woke up this morning, okay? I started my day off very well when I woke up this morning. I had bit my husband on his face, okay? I was biting him, and he was just looking at me, and he was like, how? Like, I told him, I'm sorry, you know. It is what it is, you know. I apologize in advance, okay? I'm just, you know, I'm woke. So that's time for me to aggravate people. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, okay? Okay? Now Walker gonna say the wine baby for the win. Listen, she mad too. She mad too. The wine baby upset too. Let's get to the title of this foolery. Good morning, Anika. How are you, honey? Steven, I hope I had greeted you before. Let me see who else I got in here. Who else I got in? Okay, that's it. Just the regulars. Now, the title of this nonsense today, okay, is The Black Man, okay? The black man is the cleanup man. Is that true? Put it in the chat. Is the black man the cleanup man? Is that true? Put it in the chat. What do you think? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well. Theodore said, yep. Steven said, yup. Walker said, yup. Oh, my God. Wow. Okay, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else think that this is true? Is the black man, okay? The black man is the cleanup man. Is that true? Mm, 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 mm. Well, let's see. Is the black man the cleanup man? Okay? Promote conscious parenting with the Harrises says black men don't cheat. Green Bean said, I don't know. I haven't been in a relationship for a while. Okay, I understand. So let's talk about it. There's two brothers that's on a podcast. Okay, and it's called the Black Daddies Club. Okay, two brothers on a podcast, and they discuss this conversation, which we only get like a tidbit of the conversation. You know, these podcasts, they don't unleash the whole thing on Instagram. So I want y'all to hear that. Now, did I introduce myself? Did I introduce myself, or I just went in and started acting up? Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. That's it. Okay? Now, let's hear what these brothers got to say. Okay? The black man is the clean up man. Okay? Green Bean says, started acting up. Wait a minute. Okay? Wait a minute. Here we go. You better be nice today. You better be nice today. I don't want to have to take your wrench. Be nice today. Be nice, player. Okay? Be nice. Here we go.
It's not a real issue because black men don't give a damn who black women date. Straight
there you
up.
go. We do not care.
Sisters, y'all have your own thing, and I ain't here to say why y'all be arguing.
Because black men are the backup plan. I'll say it. When they get older, their backup plan is always what has traditionally been there, which is Mr. Cleanup Man. We are the catfish of dating. Not catfish like the TV show. The literal catfish that like cleans up. We come behind everybody's mistakes. You know what? 2 kids, I'm going to marry you. Mm-hmm. Right? You know, crazy baby daddy, I'm gonna marry you. Mm-hmm. Twice divorced, I'm gonna marry you. Mm-hmm. You know, you not who you were, not the same shape you were in college, you know, but I liked you back then and I got access to you now. I'm gonna marry you. Black men are the catfish of dating. Mm-hmm. And now that black men are starting to be like, whoa. Like, I'm a little bit desired, right? Yeah. I'm a little bit elevated. Yeah. Right? Like, you know, this even I hated Lamar Monk was able to get. We have to admit that the problem in our community right now is if there's a man right here and a woman right here, and they're within the same income bracket, right, mm-hmm. within 10 grand of each other, that the woman looks down on the man. Absolutely. Because she cannot practice hypergamy the way she want to practice hypergamy. Except when you want to marry, you know, the guy that works at a dispensary.
Quinta was not a real issue.
Is that true? Is that true? Is that true what those brothers are saying? Is the black man the cleanup man? Now, I'm going to share something with you. Okay? I'm going to share something with you. Black women are 80% baby mamas, right? We're about 80% when it comes to baby mamas. And if you are going to be with a black woman or you're going to marry a black woman, yeah, you're the cleanup man. You're the cleanup man. This is something that Ricky, shout out to Ricky Williams. Shout out to Ricky Williams because Ricky said in his own words that men buy used pussy because, you know, they marry used pussy. Everybody done had a piece of that pussy. And so they marry used pussy. Now, that's not just our culture. That's, you know, Caucasian, Hispanic, you know, Asian, all of them, the same thing. But the difference is that these women don't have babies. They don't have babies. Mm-hmm. So either they get on something, or you know what I'm saying, or they make him use protection. Okay? Because they don't have a large amount of deletions like African American women do. So we not in the understanding of telling a man to put on a condom or either protecting ourselves either. Okay? Now, they do have deletions, but it's not as high as ours. So ours right now, I think they said it's like 24 million and counting or something like that. I'm not even sure of the number actually, but I heard the last time it was 24 million. Okay? So with that being said, every man is basically the cleanup man. Every man is. It's not just black men too. Okay? Because black men are, now the difference is that black men, if they're going to be with their sisters, they're more like 90% likely of being a stepfather. Okay? 90% likely. Now, the other cultures, it might be maybe 50% or 40% that they might likely be a stepfather, but it's not as high as black women. Okay? So, yes, black men are the cleanup men, but also all the other races are too, because they're all getting used pussy. So, all men are the cleanup men. Now, when they also say the part, if she makes like 10 more, annually, if she makes 10 more than him, is she going to dog walk him? Now, my sisters, my sisters, my sisters, y'all listen. Hey, Renee, how are you? My sisters, I'm going to share something with you. When you make just a little bit more than your man, honey, you're a dog walker. Baby, if you got more degrees than him, honey, you've been to school a long time, baby, you a dog walker. Because y'all love to spit out that resume, honey. Y'all quick to spit out that resume. I'm going to tell you right now, that's nasty, but it's true. Okay? That's nasty, but it's true. Y'all quick to spit out that resume and tell these men that, listen, I got this, I got that. You know what I'm saying? I have more than you. We quick to do that. And I think it's just the pride in us. Sometimes pride, and I told y'all all the time, don't let pride catch you. Don't let pride catch you, baby. Pride will destroy you. You hear me? Don't let pride catch you. One thing I know from our brothers is that they don't care about what you got. Because you know what it is? They know they ain't going to get none of it. So they don't care about what you got. They don't. Let me share something with you. The difference between a black man and a black woman. A black man can marry a woman that does not make that much. He can marry a woman that doesn't make that much. And a black woman can marry a man that doesn't make that much either. Okay? Because she sees potential in him. So that goes like both ways. But the only problem, this is the only problem with us sisters, is that once we help our brother get to greatness, okay? Once we help our brother get to greatness, right? We throw it in his face. That's the difference. That's the difference. We like to remind him who helped him. Okay? Now he knows that you helped him. He knows that. But every time, it don't have to be drunk. It don't have to be like, an atomic bomb drop in his face every time. You know what I'm saying? Because a man that knows, and he knows in his heart and mind that he knows in his heart and mind that it was you that helped him, baby, he'll never forget it. I'm talking about a man of substance. We're not talking about no Pookie and Rere, okay? A man of substance, a king mindset. He'll never forget that you helped him. Baby, when he reached the mountaintop, he dragging you right along with him. Baby, it gets so comfortable where you ain't even gotta work. That's how nasty it gets. It gets so comfortable when you ain't gotta even work. He like, baby, buy whatever you want. He throwing the credit cards at you, buy whatever you want. It get like that. And then you look at the same man that you met 10 years ago that didn't dress the way he dressed. And you look at him now, you say, that's my husband. That's my husband. But pride catches us a lot. And sometimes, and I'm going to share something with you, and this is the ultimate mistake that most men make. This is the ultimate mistake that most men make. Okay? And I ain't trying to correct my brothers, but this is one of the mistakes that they make. When she approached you with this nonsense, that, oh no, if it wasn't for me, if she approached you with this nonsense, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have what you have. Baby, this is when you set her straight. I never asked you to do it for me. I never asked you, but I do appreciate it. But I want to share something with you. I'm your husband. I put that ring on your finger. You didn't marry me. I married you. And so, yeah, you helped me, but this is helping the family to grow. And you better get that through your head and stop throwing it in my face. Why is Take Heed saying that? Why is Take Heed saying that? Tell me why Take Heed is saying that. Why is Take Heed saying that? Why am I saying that? What does my show say? My show says life lessons, right? My show says life lessons. Life lessons and a little comedy, a little gossip. But why am I saying that? That's a life lesson. That's a life lesson. Now, I told y'all, when I first got married, I made more money than my husband. I worked for Port Authority. Anybody who worked for Port Authority, he made nasty money. I made nasty money when I first met him. Okay? I made nasty money, and all I did was drive around on the AOA like a police cruiser, okay? Like a police officer, and pull people over. That's all I did. And search their vehicle. And they couldn't tell me no, so that's a difference. That's the difference between the police and, working for port. If you're on our property, I can pull any vehicle over and search it, okay? And search you too as well. So I made nasty money, okay? And my king, we had a heated argument. And the same thing that I said to y'all is what he said to me. And I looked at him. And this is, then why am I stupid behind call my girlfriend? I called my girlfriend. And I said, you ain't gonna believe what this man said to me. And so she said, what? I told her. She said, and you just put up with that? I said, no, I ain't putting up with that. So I get off the phone. And my king said, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 minute.
Not a real issue because black men don't give a damn who black women date. Straight
there you
up.
go. We do not care.
Sisters, y'all have your own thing, and I ain't here to say why y'all be arguing.
Because black men are the backup plan. I'll say it. When they get older, their backup plan is always what has traditionally been there, which is Mr. Cleanup Man. We are the catfish of dating. Not catfish like the TV show. The literal catfish that like cleans up. We come behind everybody's mistakes. You know what? 2 kids, I'm going to marry you. Mm-hmm. Right? Crazy baby daddy, I'm going to marry you. Mm-hmm. Twice divorced, I'm going to marry you. Mm-hmm. You not who you were, not the same shape you were in college, but I liked you back then and I got access to you now. I'm going to marry you. Black men are the catfish or of dating. And now that black men are starting to be like, whoa, like I'm a little bit desired, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit elevated,
Yeah.
right? Like, this even, ooh, boy, I hated Lamar Monk ever get off. We have to admit that the problem in our community right now is if there's a man right here and a woman right here, and they're within the same income bracket, right? Within 10 grand of each other, that the woman looks down on the man.
Absolutely.
Because she cannot practice hypergamy the way she want to practice hypergamy. Except when you want to marry, the guy that works at a dispensary.
Quinta was not a real issue because black men don't give a damn who black women date. Straight
there
up.
You go. We do not care.
Sisters, y'all have your own thing, and I ain't here to say why y'all be arguing.
Because black men are the backup plan. I'll say it. When they get older, their backup plan is always what has traditionally been there, which is Mr. Cleanup Man. We are the catfish of dating. Not catfish like the TV show. The literal catfish
But some niggas
that
like
cleans up. We come behind everybody's mistakes. You know what? 2 kids, I'm going to marry you. Right? Crazy baby daddy, I'm going to marry you. Twice divorced, I'm going to marry you. You not who you were, not the same shape you were in college, but I liked you back then and I got access to you now. I'm going to marry you. Black men are the catfish of dating. And now that black men are starting to be like, whoa, like I'm a little bit desired, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit elevated,
Yeah.
right? Like, this even, ooh, boy, I hated Lamar Monk ever get off. We have to admit that the problem in our community right now is if there's a man right here and a woman right here, and they're within the same income bracket, right? Within 10 grand of each other, that the woman looks down on the man.
Absolutely.
Because she cannot practice hypergamy the way she want to practice hypergamy. Except when you want to marry, the guy that works at a dispensary.
Quinta was not a real issue because black men.
Sorry, guys. I had to go tend to the dog real quick. So, the what I just said to y'all, I did the same thing to my husband. Okay? First year of marriage. Because, remember, I told y'all I believed I was an alpha female. That's not even a word. I took this man through so much in the beginning of our marriage because I didn't understand the natural order. And when you haven't been raised with your father or a man of substance, you will always mess up. And because I did not see how you're supposed to treat a man, my mother only stayed married to my stepfather for a few years. And then she couldn't take being a wife no more. And so she wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. So I only saw my mother with men that were not of substance. So when my king, now mind you, remember my 6 months, my representative was at the forefront while we were dating. So our first year of marriage, I took this man through all types of hell because of my mouth. And I had a girlfriend who helped me do nonsense too. So, but the only thing, and I tell y'all this, I kid you not. The only thing, good morning, Underrated Darkness. How are you, sir? I kid you not. The only thing that saved me was that Yahweh told this man I was supposed to be his wife. That's the only thing that saved me. That is the only thing that saved me. So when he talked to God, God had told him, yes, that's your wife. And even when I prayed and talked to God, God was giving me the confirmation that it was my husband. And I kept saying, how? I kept saying, how? How? You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh said, no, this is your husband. This is your husband. Now, all the while, I thought God was giving me the word, but he had gave my husband the word first. You understand? So because I'm sitting up here thinking that I'm the cat's meow, that I have more than my husband, I begin to what? Mistreat him. Mistreat him. Okay, not like, oh, I didn't cook or clean and all that other stuff. I did those things, but my mouth was spicy. So my king started combating my mouth. You know what I'm saying? My mouth. And give me 1 minute, y'all. Give me 1 minute. I don't know what's going on today. Give me 1 minute.
Was not a real issue because black men don't give a damn who black women date. Straight
There
up.
you go. We do not care.
Sisters, y'all have your own thing, and I ain't here to say why y'all be arguing.
Because black men are the backup plan. I'll say it. When they get older, their backup plan is always what has traditionally been there, which is Mr. Cleanup Man. We are the catfish of dating. Not catfish like the TV show, the literal catfish
But some niggas
that
like
cleans up. We come behind everybody's mistakes. You know what? 2 kids, I'm gonna marry you, right? You know, crazy baby daddy, yeah, I'm gonna marry you. Twice divorced, yeah, I'm gonna marry you. You know, you not who you were, not the same shape you were in college. You know, but I liked you back then, and I got access to you now. I'm gonna marry you. Black men are the catfish of dating, and now that black men are starting to be like, whoa, like I'm a little bit desired, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit elevated,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, this even. Ooh, boy, I hated Lamar and Mom that would get.
I don't know what's going on today. It's hard. Today is hard today. I don't know what's going on. A, thank you for the $50 super chat, baby. I appreciate you for donating to the channel. My first donation this morning. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat, sir. So he would combat my mouth. Like when I got indignant with him, he would give me the same, same spices that I was giving him. And so he asked me, do you like it? I said, no. He said, okay, so I don't like it. Watch how you talk to me. So I'm going to share something with you. If you don't correct it in the beginning, she'll continue to dog walk you. She'll continue to dog walk you if you don't correct it in the beginning. Because when a woman believes that she's helping you, baby, she'll say all types of shit. Her girlfriend will help her. Her girlfriend will help her. You know the advice that my girlfriend gave me? She said, you make more than him. You have more than him. Okay? You have more than him. So why are you listening to him? That's what she said to me. And I was like, she right. You see how dumb that is? I was in my 20s. So you see how dumb that is, right? So I go back and I tell him that, you know what? I make more than you. Okay? So I don't expect for you to be telling me what to do with my own money. Because our situation was always money. Because I told you I like shiny things. Baby, I will buy something in a hurry. You hear me? But my king, when we learned how to do the one pot system, and that was the beginning of our marriage, okay? We had the one pot system. Our first year, we had the one pot system. Let me share something with y'all. It was hard, y'all. It was hard, y'all. Man, because if you're used to spending whatever you want to spend, okay? Hey, Mimi, what's up, honey? When you're used to spending whatever you want to spend, okay, it's hard to tell somebody you're going into the account. So our arguments will be about money, And I remember one time, and I think I had told this story before, I took $750 out of the account. I don't even remember what I was buying, okay? I don't even remember what I was buying. Some nonsense. And he approached me about the money. And I told him, it's my money, He said, yeah, it's your money, and I understand that, but we both put money into this account. And we both supposed to notify each other when we take this money and what we're using it for. He said, you just go buy nonsense and then you look at me to collect the money, to fix it. You know what I'm saying? And he's right. I was doing it like that. So I got upset with him, called my girlfriend. Them girlfriends help you get into more trouble. Called my girlfriend. Hey, Daniel, how are you, honey? Called my girlfriend. Them girlfriends keep you in trouble. And she said, but you know, you make more than him. That's your money, right? So my king said, who's helping you talk to me? That's what he said to me. You know, my king got that deep African voice. So he said, who is helping you talk to me? Because it's not you. It's not you. So who is helping you talk to me? I said, I'm grown. Ain't nobody helping me talk to you. That's what I said, right? He said, no, 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 no. Somebody is helping you talk to me. Who is that? So I told him. He said, oh, you getting advice from a woman who ain't never been married. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, okay, a woman who ain't never been married, and then you who just got married, okay, coming at me where my parents been together, before I was born, and that's what you got doing. That's what you got going on right there. That I had seen what a man does and how he take care of his family. And so now you too, you too, yeah. And I looked at him. He said, my problem with you, this is what he said to me, my problem with you is that anytime I tell you something, you run and tell her. He said, I'm your husband. This is your friend. Anything happens, I'm the one that's going to be responsible for the situation. It's not going to be your friend. I want you to tell your friend this thing since you passing along messages. That's what he told me. Since you passing along messages. The next time she tell you something, you tell her to mind her business. I said, what? What? You know, you got to snap your neck. I was snapping my neck and shit. I said, what? What? He said, no, you heard what I said. The next time she tell you something, you tell her to mind her business. So now, my stupid behind go back and tell her. I said, yeah, girl, you know what? You getting me in some trouble and stuff like that. I can't be listening to you. And she says to me, oh my God, you just gonna let a man tell you what to do? You gonna let a man tell you what to do? And when she said that, y'all, when she said that, I said, oh, I see what's going on. Now I caught on. Now my dumb ass ain't catch on, okay? But now I had caught on, and I was like, oh. I told her, I said, you know what? I'm not going to be taking no more advice from you. That's what I told her. Okay. Now that was the beginning of me and her doing our friendship breakup. That was the beginning. Because as you being a wife, you start seeing the nonsense that your best friend will tell you. You got to start marking it down. You know what I'm saying? So then you know how to cut your coat according to your size. You got to start marking it down. This is how you know who is your ride to die, a good friend. Because I'm going to share something with you. A good friend, when you call her and she tells you, oh, my husband did this, my husband did that, my husband did this. And you know what you're supposed to do to her? You're supposed to say to her, listen, what did you do? That's why he acting like that. What did you do? What you say? When she get in there, I ain't do nothing. That's when you start grilling her. Wait a minute, because your husband look like he a good man. So what are you doing? What did you say? Now you get the juice of it. Oh, you done took $750 from the account? I could see why he upset. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know you have a good girlfriend. When she go in there, she correct your ass. You done did some dumb shit. She get in there and she correct your ass like, nah, wait a minute, this crazy. Now you might be mad with her for a minute, but once you get your mindset and you get it right, you gonna say, damn, she was right. She was right. I'm mad with her for no reason. But she was right. Because why would I take $750? The uncomfortable truth is that Black men have to go through a lot when they marry baby mamas. They go through a lot. They do. Black men go through a lot when they marry baby mamas because they got to deal with the baby daddies if you have multiple baby daddies, and they got to deal with those children attitude that's just like their father. They got to go through all that. It is hard. But y'all be getting on black men and y'all be like, he a boy. That's why he don't want to date a woman that got children. He a boy. This is the stupidest shit I ever heard when y'all get in here on these social media streets and y'all be saying that. Because it is hard to marry a woman who has children and the children are not trained. Most of our children are not trained. They have never encountered a man in their life. They have only encountered Pookie and Rere who don't give a damn about them, that's only coming to smash the mama and eat all the baby cereal and stuff like that and then leave. Okay? So they don't know what a man of substance look like. So now when they finally meet the man of substance and he's, correcting them when they do something wrong, now the child is up in arms. Oh, you ain't my daddy? You can't be just telling me what to do. Who are you? Mind you, their daddy ain't been around. Okay? Mind you, they rarely see their father. But they're telling this man, okay? They telling this man, oh, you ain't my daddy. You ain't gonna be telling me what to do. Mind you, if you put a barrier between that child and your husband and you train that child properly how to respect your husband, you wouldn't have this problem. Why is Take Heed saying that? Why is Take Heed saying that? I know y'all like, wait a minute. Why is Take Heed saying that? What I tell y'all, life lessons. Life lessons. Why do Take Heed get on y'all baby mamas about training those children? Because Take Heed didn't do it. Take Heed did not do it. My oldest son was a nightmare for my king. It was a nightmare for him. And who caused that nightmare? Me. The only thing that I did do in the beginning of our marriage is that I didn't let my son do nonsense. I didn't let my son get away with nonsense, but he was determined to do nonsense. Okay? He was determined to do nonsense. That's why when I say to y'all that when a man of substance come to marry you, when he comes to marry you and you have children and those kids are not well behaved or they are not trained, it will be hard for you to keep that marriage. Because after a while, a man can't take all that nonsense, especially if he's dating you and those kids are not well behaved. He'll just continue to date you. You understand? He's not gonna marry you. Furious, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. I'm gonna share something with y'all. The true nonsense in my marriage started after we got married. Because now we combine homes. So that's when the true nonsense started happening. That's why I'm telling you, train those children. Train those children. If you desire and you want this man to lead you, train those children. Train them. Get that baby father an understanding that he can't be calling you late in the midnight hour. Get that baby father on an understanding that he can't be coming in the house because the house belongs to you and your husband. Get that understanding correct. Black men go through so much when they are messing with baby mamas. Because you know what it is? That's right, Renee, boundaries. You know what it is? Because sometimes if you don't have these boundaries, the baby father can say dumb shit to you like, oh, I'm the only one that can give you sons. I'm the only one that can give you sons. No other man could give you sons. You'll have baby father saying shit like that to you if you don't put boundaries in play. I don't need you to come to my house. You can't come, not come, not, let me say it again. You cannot come into the house. The children can meet you outside, okay, in front of the house, and you can go ahead and take the children. But you should not be frying chicken for your baby daddy. He shouldn't be in the house and you frying chicken for your baby daddy and you feeding him, okay, all right, while your husband is at work. That should not be. Now, why is Takey saying that? Nah, I ain't never do that shit. My king is crazy. So I ain't never do no nonsense like that. But I'm letting you know it's not supposed to be. Okay? It's not supposed to be. Shout out to A&A for the $50 super chat. Okay? And I want to give this to you, baby. I found this last night. This was good. These young kids have too much talent. Do you hear me? These young people got too much talent. Okay? Shout out to the Black Spider-Man. Okay? Oh my God. These young kids got too much talent. So, for Furious, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat, honey. I appreciate you. And here we go for the $5 super chat, baby. Here we go. I don't know if I want to act like I'm rich, though. I don't. I don't want to act like I'm rich. You know, there's too many YouTubers up here that be acting like they rich. I don't want to act like I'm rich, okay? I'm an average Joe, okay? I'm an average. That's right. Stop and shop. That's right, baby. Go ahead, Onika. And ShopRite too, baby. ShopRite is the place, damn it. Okay? Now, I'm going to share something with you. Don't take me to BJ's, baby. Don't take me to BJ's. I lose my mind in BJ's. I'll get people. Listen, give me the cart. You have lost me. Once I get the cart, okay? Once I get the cart, baby, I'm gone. I'm gone. Once I get that cart, I am gone. My king be like, what? We just got in here. I'm like, I'm gone. I'm gone. Once I get the cart, I'm gone. By the time we get to the cash register, I done spent at least $300. I'm gone. I am gone, honey. Shout out to BJ's. Okay? Shout out to BJ's. Shout out to Walmart. Okay? Shout out to ShopRite. Damn it. I listen. It is what it is. Okay? Mimi said, Queen, you heard about the woman in the state that... I don't know. I didn't hear about it yet. I'm going to check it out. Okay, Costco's. Now, I don't know them Costco's. I don't know. Now, I only been to Costco's one time. I'm not going to lie. One time with my brother. BJ's is the place, baby. BJ's is the place. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Green Bean said, I was at Aldi's when my Bluetooth died when you was live talking straight crazy. First of all, I talk crazy all the time. You should just turn me off. Oh, my God. Okay, you should just turn me off. Now, check this out. Why is Take Heed telling you all this? Is because it's life lessons. Okay? If you are a baby mother and you say, I want to be a wife, you got to get those kids in order. Do you hear me? Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you, honey. You got to get those kids in order. Okay? I'm going to share with you why I say that. Why do Take Heed say this? Why am I saying this? It's not enough men to go around. See, men have the pick of the litter. It's less of them. Okay? So they're able to choose. Like right now, if every man get married, okay, on our side, African American, if every man get married, there'll still be a whole bunch of women that's not married. There'll still be a whole bunch of women that's not married. Okay? So that's why once you get them, okay, learn how to treat your husband accordingly. Learn how to treat him accordingly. I tell y'all all the time, just because you get in here and you say your husband don't look good, you get in here and say your husband don't look good, he might look good to somebody else. He might look good to somebody else. Okay? Why is Takey saying that? Why is Takey saying that? A couple years ago, my king started growing out his beard. Now it's salt and pepper. But when he started growing out his beard and he got a new car. Okay, he just got this car, new car, real nice. Oh my God. And the car was so crazy. This how expensive the car was. The car knew how to get itself service. Okay. The car had a concierge to call me when the car was ready to get service. Okay. Now, if y'all don't know what kind of car that is, then you ain't been through the shit that I seen. Okay. You ain't been through the shit I seen. So now, my king, okay, and he's a nice man. He's a nice man. But there were women at his job at times, okay? And we worked in the same airport, but we worked at different times. And then sometimes he will pull an overnight, or sometimes I would stay extra until the morning. And so one day I was in the food court with him, okay? He was ordering food. So I walked up to him and I said, "You gonna buy me breakfast?" That's what I said. And some other girl was there from his company. And she walked over to him. She said, "Oh, he don't have time to buy you breakfast because he always buy me breakfast." And I looked at her. I looked at my husband. My husband looked at her. And I said, "Oh, so you buy her breakfast every morning?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "But you know he married, right?" I said, "Yeah, baby, he married. It's me." She said, oh, I looked at my husband. I said, "Sir, can I talk to you? Okay, can I talk to you?" "Sir, can I talk to you?" He said, "Babe, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. Come, let me talk to you." I said, "Okay." He said, "Look at this child. Look how young she is. You see this girl? She always telling me she don't be having no money to eat. She look at her. She about Jada's age. Look at her." I said, "Honey, this baby done came up there and was like, you buy her breakfast every morning. Why are you buying this child breakfast every morning? So now people will see y'all together in this airport. They know we married." My king said, I'll stop buying her breakfast." I said, "Okay, thank you." Now, check this out, y'all. This is how I knew. This is what I'm saying. Now, mind you, I have always thought my husband was attractive. I have always thought my husband was attractive. Do you hear me? I never not said my husband is not attractive. Never. I always thought he was attractive because my husband is that nice dark chocolate. So I always thought my husband was attractive. Never get in here. Some of y'all women be like, I don't need my husband. Y'all be quick. I never said that shit. I don't need my husband. Y'all be getting in here saying that shit. Not me. So now we had the housewarming party, right? So all these young women was coming to the house and everything. Young men too, okay? And these babies was hugging my husband so tight. And when I came up, and they was, oh ma, how are you? This and that, how are you, ma? This and that. And so after the whole shebang, I told my husband, I said, you know what you getting thrown at you, right? You know what you getting thrown at you. He said, I know. I said, you know your wife crazy, right? He said, I know you crazy. I said, okay, so long as we know. Long as, long as we, long as we got that understanding, you know what I'm saying? So these young women was, the car helped it, and then my husband he's a kind-hearted man. You understand? And that's why I said to y'all, be mindful. When you look at your husband, you may look at him as just, oh, he just, this just Joe. This just Matthew. You know what I'm saying? This just Tom. You know what I'm saying? But to someone else, he could be so much more. That's why I tell you, cherish your husband. Don't make him want to seek outside attention. Do you understand? Because when you don't aggravate this man at home, I said good aggravation. Good aggravation. Not no crazy stuff. You out here acting crazy. Not no crazy stuff like you arguing with him for no reason and stuff like that. I said good aggravation. Good aggravation, okay? Learn to just be around this man. Hug him, kiss him, make love to him on a consistent basis, okay? You understand? Make love to this man. Be kind to him. Why is Take Heed telling y'all this? Why is Take Heed telling you this? It's called life lessons. It's called life lessons. Use your manners when you talk to your husband. Just like when you out in the street and you meet people for the first time. Use your manners. When you at work, you talk to people with respect, right? Use your manners. Learn how to interact with your husband with a calm tone. Learn how to do things with him and be kind. Because I'm going to share something with you. The kindness that you don't give your husband, the kindness that you don't give him, and he has to go outside for that attention, is going to cause you all types of foolery in your home. It's going to cause that. Don't you know when my husband does something, and it could be for the house, it could be for the children, it could be the mortgage, it could be the light, the gas, the water, I always tell him thank you. When I see that money get into the account, and then I see him pay something came out, boom, I always tell him, baby, thank you. Be kind. One thing about men, and I'll share something with you, they're smooth like Sunday morning. How many times have I told y'all that? They are smooth like Sunday morning. You understand? See, my king can get outside and get all types of compliments from women. He can. He can. He can receive all types of compliments from women, but he doesn't get riled. He doesn't. He doesn't get riled. If you say some fresh, you're talking a little fresh, but you're talking in code and you're trying to talk to him. And like, okay, say if you're a big butt girl, because big butt girls use this shit all the time. Oh, my back hurts so much. Oh my goodness, my back just hurt. Like that. A lot of big butt girls use that around men. Oh, my back just hurts so much. And so because they want the man to say this, well, with you dragging that wagon, you know what I'm saying? Of course your back hurt. Or also they want them to say, can I rub your back? You know what I'm saying? Okay? I'm not going to say no names. But this has happened to my king many times. And my king told this woman, now she is over him, okay? My king told this woman, you need to get some Tylenol, and he walked away. You need to get some Tylenol because you know African men love big girls. Y'all know that, right? I know y'all know that. They love big girls with those badunka-dunks. Oh my God. I told y'all that's how I attracted my husband. Baby, this badunka-dunk, honey. Okay? And big breasts too, and I got that too. Baby. Okay? So, when you meet an African man, that's if you say something like that, they gonna respond. But my king was like, you need Tylenol. And he walked away. When he told me, I bust out laughing. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, I don't need that. I do not need that. I don't need none of that drama. He said, first of all, you crazy. Okay? The kids is crazy. You know, all these kids is crazy in this house. And then you crazy too. You know, so I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, and then I get to swim free. You know, I don't have to put on nothing. I haven't put on nothing in 18 years. I get to swim free. He said, and I don't want nobody coming saying they pregnant unless it's you. And I'll bust out laughing. All I'm saying is that women will say stuff to men to entice them. Okay? So just because you out here, you don't know how to talk to your husband, you don't know how to, I want to say you have to learn how to speak life over your husband. Okay? And I know some of y'all women going to say, well, I feel drained when I do this. What has Taki told you? When you feel drained and you need that praise back, go lay on him. Don't the lioness do it? Don't she do it? Shout out to all the lionesses. Don't the lioness do it? When she need love from the king, what does she do? She go lay next to him, don't she? And she lets him lick her. I need you to lick me all over. Yeah. She needs that affection, and he knows it. He comes closer. He brings her closer because she needs that affection. Y'all be walking around the house, you mad with your husband, you don't even know why you mad. The kids done made you upset, you don't even know why. You don't even know why you upset. There are times where, and even Take Heed getting his foolery too. There are times where I'll be so upset, okay, for no reason. Just so upset for no reason. Just switch up, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And my king will catch me and say, come here, girl, come here, my big girl. And I come over, I'm like, what you want? Act just like a baby. What you want? He's like, come sit on daddy, come here. What's wrong with you? And I'll say, nothing's wrong with me, I'm just upset. He said, so you don't know why you upset? I said, I don't know, I'm having one of those days. He said, so why you ain't come to me? Because remember, you being the wife, you are releasing all the praises. You are releasing all the you are releasing all the praises. You are releasing all the speaking over the children's life and his life. So you are being drained by you putting it into the family. See, this is how you know when a woman is a hell raiser. She's raising hell in the house because the kids are not settled. You know what I'm saying? The husband is not settled. So if she's the hell raiser, what is she feeding onto the family? She's feeding the hell raisers onto the family. So there's always a problem in the house. You understand? So you gotta as listen, my sisters, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you gotta learn how to regulate how you do things. You understand? You gotta learn how to regulate when you talk to these children. You gotta learn how to regulate when you talk to your husband. Kindness don't cost you nothing, baby. Kindness doesn't cost you anything. Got to do better. This is 18 years of information that I have received and trying to pass it to y'all who are young and you have never been through this. Don't get out here and make the mistakes that my generation made and my mother generation made. You understand? Because these young men now, they not taking this nonsense. They are not taking this nonsense, baby. They not. See, black men have learned something. Anybody know what black men have learned? Anybody know what black men have learned? Ooh, Walker. You right. You are right. You right too. You right too, Stephen. Black men have learned that they're desirable. They are desired. They learn that they don't have to settle anymore because Big Mama and Grandma and Mama has said, settle. You know, it's okay to be with a woman who have children because this is what black men have learned. They even had learned that it is how you say I know I'm gonna say this word wrong. That it's honorable to take on a woman with multiple children, multiple baby daddies, and raise those kids as your own. Okay? Because Big Mama, Grandma, and Mama gonna talk to you about that. Okay? But they don't tell you the nonsense that you're gonna go through raising somebody else's children. And even back in the day, some of them had raised all these men children and not even had their own children. They raised all these men children and not even had their own kids by this woman. Because this woman had already tied her tubes and stuff. So now all those kids come from other men and he raised all those babies and didn't even have his own legacy. Yes, some men have been duped into that foolery because Big Mama and Grandma and Mama had lied to black men. And so now black men have learned, this is the men that with the king mindset, okay? We're not talking about Pookie and Rere. This is the man with the king mindset, okay? He has learned that I love myself. He has learned that I love myself. Do you understand? Do you understand, Stanley? How are you? That's the last name, right? Stanley. And Michael, how you doing? He has learned that he loves himself. Fitness, I see you too. How you doing, honey? That's what he learned. He loved himself. And that's a good thing that black men are learning to love themselves. They're learning to go get some nice clothes and smell good. You know what I'm saying? They're learning these things about themselves. And it's all right to hang out with the boys sometimes and rock out with their friends and stuff like that. It's all right to love yourself. One thing that this is for all men, okay? All men, no matter what color you are, they're worker ants. This is the gospel truth and it's the uncomfortable truth. They came to just work and die. Ain't that nasty? Damn, that's nasty. They came to this earth to just work and die. That's it. Okay? Nothing else. Nothing else. They have no other job. Just came here to work and die. To work and be used. To work, be used, and die, and leave your family money. so that the wife can go on and continue with the family. Because most of the time, men die before, they die before their wives. The wives are left here alone because, you want to know why? And I find this to be so true. Because all they do is work, so they don't interact with everybody like women interact. Women interact with anybody. Hello, how are you? How's everything? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Men in and out the house. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And so now when he comes home, he eats. He sits on the lazy boy. And he eats, sit on the lazy boy, fall asleep, and he wake up the next morning and do it all over again. But in that midst of him being on the lazy boy, my sisters, okay, this is the time to aggravate this man. Okay, this is time to aggravate him. The kids ain't there. Pull that moo up. Okay, pull that moo up. Okay, you can ride him in a lazy boy. I don't know if y'all ever tried. It's very easy. You can ride him in the lazy boy. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay, I don't know how. Okay, I'm not that type of woman. Okay, I'm not that type of woman. Okay, I'm not that type of woman. Okay, all right, I'm not that type of woman. Okay, but you can, you can be kind to him while he's here, while he's passing through. Aggravate him. Okay? Aggravate him. Okay? All right? I'm just letting you know. Okay? While he's passing through his life, let him know he's needed. Let him know that you're there. Let him know he's wanted. I need you. You know how many times I tell my husband I need him? All the time. All the time. I aggravate this man. Sometimes I feel bad for my husband. God has punished this man. I feel bad. Like, I don't know what you did. Okay? I don't know what you did. Okay? I don't know what it is. Okay? You must have made Yahweh mad, and then you got me. I'm confused. Okay? I feel bad sometimes. Okay? And then I turn around and I start biting him on his face. So I'm confused. Okay? I'm confused. The thing is that him going through life the way he is, okay, where he supposed to just eat, work, and die. In that time frame, my sisters, you're supposed to have aggravation in there, okay? A good aggravation. Good aggravation, okay? Learn how to dance for your husband. In your room. In your room. Okay? In your room. I ain't saying Take Heed does that. Okay? I'm not saying I do that. I'm not saying Take Heed does that. Okay? Hey, Shay, what's up, baby? I decided how you doing. I'm not saying Take Heed does that. Okay? Do it in lingerie. Do it in lingerie. Get that lingerie that got all those holes in it. You ever seen one of those? The lingerie that got all the holes all over the body and stuff. I didn't say Take Heed has something like that. I didn't say Take Heed has something like that. But I'm saying learn how to dance for your husband. Make sure the room is locked, though. The kids can't get in there, okay? Make sure you lock the door. Make sure they can't get in here. You know what you do? Try to push something in front of the door because those kids is quick. Push something in front of the door. If it's the big mirror, slide the refrigerator over a little bit. You got a little mini fridge, slide it over a little bit so they can't get in the room. Be nice to your husband, okay? Be nice. We should not be putting schedules in for dick. You know what I'm saying? There should not be a schedule, for the dick. It should not be a schedule for the pussy. It should not be a schedule, okay? I'm going to pencil you in for Tuesday, okay? First of all, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. Don't put me on no schedule. I'm going to fail. I'm just saying. Now, Listen, okay, listen. Be nice to this man. Be kind. Kindness goes a long way. It does. Now, I'm talking to my sisters who you know your husband has a king mindset. We ain't talking about no Pookie and Ray Ray nonsense because some of y'all women get in here and say the foolishness to me. We not talking about no Pookie and Ray Ray nonsense. I say your husband that has a king mindset. Be kind to this man. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Donate to the page. A lot of women mess up their marriage because they don't know how to talk to their husband. They don't know how to be kind to him. Why is Take Heat telling you this? Take Heat would have destroyed her marriage. Those 2 years me and my king was fighting. I told you I was doing some karate shit. You know what I'm saying? I was doing karate shit. My husband was doing some samurai sword shit. And we was, and the samurai won. 2 years. Okay? 2 years of going through nonsense. Now, the lovemaking, we never stopped, but it wasn't consistent. Okay? A lot of things on my part was wrong. And Take Heed is wise enough to say I was wrong. Okay? And my king was in the teaching mode. One thing about my husband, he'll never miss a step. When it comes to teaching, he'll never miss a step. My king is the professor that pulls his glasses down when you do nonsense. Hey, he gotta call you to order. And he tell you, come sit down. Come sit down. If y'all ever watched the Nigerian movie, if you look at, you see the professors, they use all this grammar and stuff, and they got the glasses on. Baby, this is a whole war about to happen right now. And my king is that type of man. Okay? That type of man. And I love it. I love it. That's why what I do, and this is what I learned 18 years of marriage. If I stay in my lane and mind my business, right? I don't get the lecture. If I stay in my lane, mind my business, and do what he want me to do, okay, I don't get the lecture, okay. So that's why when the kids do nonsense and they be like, "Don't tell daddy," I go tell daddy, because when the lecture come, you won't be in here on your own. I'm not gonna be in the lecture. You understand? So this is why. This is why them kids be calling me a snitch. Mama, use a snitch. Use a snitch, mama. And I tell them that's right. I tell them that's right. I'm a snitch. That's right, Stephen. I'm a snitch. Okay? Don't be laughing at me, Stephen. That's right. I'm a snitch. I get up there and tell on you real quick. Okay? That's what it is, baby. That is what it is, honey. I'm going to tell you right now. Got to do better, because I'm going to share something with you. These men, they go through life, and a lot of them go unloved. Because, when your husband trying to explain, you say, "Oh, that's mansplaining." When they're trying to talk, men can't show their feelings. They can't. They cannot show their feelings. Baby, if they show their feelings, you going to dog walk them. There's times when I look at my king, because he don't tell me everything. And there's times that I look at him and I say, "How you doing today?" And he look at me and I say, "You want me to rub you down when we get home?" He say, "Yeah, I need that rub down. Okay? And I need you to be nice to me." That's what he tell me. So that's code word when the kids is in the car with you and stuff. You went to go to one of the kids always want to come when I go pick up my husband from work. So they'll say, or either like if he drove his own car to work, and then he'll call me and he'll be like, I say to him, "How was your day?" He said, I need a rub down. I said, okay, don't worry. When you get home, I'll be ready for you. He said, I need you to be nice to me. Is any of the kids around? I said, yeah, the kids around. He said, I need you to be nice to me tonight. I said, baby, I'm always nice to you. Okay? I'm always nice to you. And then I go out the room because I don't want them to hear me. And I tell him, you know how I always give you this pussy. Don't act like that. He start laughing. Now, why is Takey saying that to y'all? The weight of the world is on this man's shoulders. Okay? The weight of the world is on this man's shoulders. This man go through a lot of shit. He gotta go through with some stupid ass supervisors, managers, and shit that talk shit to him. And he know he could probably whoop their ass. But he just, he know he need that job. Take care of them kids and you. You know what I'm saying? He go through a lot of shit. Men have to hold their tongue even when people are wrong, especially in the workplace. They go through a lot of stuff. I ain't lying to you. You got to learn how to be your husband peace. Is that nasty? Okay? Is that nasty? Did I go too far with that? Okay? Did I go too far with that? Now, I decided to live today. I saw what you wrote, baby. I saw what you wrote. I saw what you wrote. Okay? Let me see what you said. I need a husband to touch. I understand that, baby. I understand that, baby. Oh, my God. I understand. The thing that hurts so much is that would take heed be take heed if I never would have ran into my king. I would not be take heed. I would not be take heed. I'm telling you, I would not be take heed because there are life lessons that I learned from my husband. And at the time when I was doing my own thing and thought everything I was doing was right, baby, I couldn't teach nobody. I couldn't teach nobody. You hear me? The stuff that I learned from my husband, this is why, listen, this is why. See, some of y'all will get in here, you'll praise your pastor. You'll praise your pastor. But take heed gonna praise her husband. You hear me? Take heed. My husband, just like y'all get in here, I gotta check with my pastor. Take heed, be like, I gotta check with my husband. I gotta check with my pastor. Take heed, be like, I gotta check with my husband because no. No man on this earth come before my husband. You hear me? Ain't that nasty? You said, wait a minute. No man on this earth come before my husband. No man. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what kind of car you drive, where you live. No man comes before my husband. Now, I know some of y'all be calling Take Heed crazy. Wait a minute. Take Heed crazy. Okay? Something wrong with Take Heed. Okay? But this is the problem with Take Heed right here. This is the real problem with Take Heed right here.
Woman has that one man that they'll do shit for. I used to think that shit was a myth, but there is a person right now that could call me and tell me where to show up butterball motherfucking naked with a pack of beer and a bag of pistachios. And I will be right there without question. Like this, okay? Without a flinch. And it's hilarious because a lot of men think that they can have a woman like that. And it be the quiet ones that do that shit to you. A Blurred did that shit to me. He let me talk my ass right on into a trap. Then he choked me out with my own legs. And I've been on call ever since. When you meet a person like that, every other person that tries to entertain you is obsolete. You are not going to give two fucks about anybody.
She ain't lying. She ain't lying. She ain't lying one bit. She ain't lying one bit. You can't entertain Take Heed. You can't. You won't be able to entertain Take Heed. Where would you be able to entertain Take Heed? You'll get so aggravated with me because I'll be talking about my husband the whole time. The whole time. I'll be talking about my husband the whole time. You won't even be able to entertain me. It won't even work out well. You'll be trying. It won't work out well. My sisters, that's how you supposed to be. That's how you supposed to be. That is how you supposed to be. Your husband who has the king mindset and that he is doing what he's supposed to do for the family and take care of the family. That's how your mindset's supposed to be. Nobody is supposed to be entertaining you. Only man that is supposed to play in your mind is your husband. I'm sorry. I know y'all like, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute, bitch. I'm telling you. Now, you know how sometimes Take Heed tell y'all that love making is in our mind. Okay? Okay? Love making is in our mind. Okay? See, a woman has to be in her mind ready for love making. Okay? If she's not there in her mind, that pussy ain't gonna be good. If she's not there in her mind already, it's not gonna be good. Okay? Let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it. Hey Jared, how are you? Let's talk about it. You know how I tell y'all, while you making love to your husband or before you making love to him, get your mind ready. Okay? Get your mind ready. Okay? Now, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. Okay? I ain't saying nothing. Okay? But this is what I'm telling you. Okay? I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. But this is what you have to put in your mind. Whatever you put in your mind, okay, it should not be a version of another man giving you back shots. Do you hear me? Whatever you putting in your mind with your husband is not supposed to be some fantasy artist that you love or something like that. You know who's supposed to be giving you back shots in your mind? Okay? Do you know who dick you supposed to be sucking in your mind? Okay? It's supposed to be the man that's giving you back shots. That's your husband. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's how you continuously stay wet. Don't think about nobody else. Okay? Don't think about nothing else but him. Sometimes you can even do a reenactment of before, the last time y'all had done something. That's what you think about. The last time you had messed with your husband. Okay? That's what you think about. That's what you put in your mind. Okay? That's how that but JJ stayed wet while he giving you back shots. Because this is what I'm telling you, my sisters. You have to have it in your mind. If it's not in your mind, it won't go well. Okay? Because how do you get women aroused? How do you get women aroused, my sisters? How do you get aroused? You get aroused by what plays in your mind. That's why when a man, this is why I tell you I don't let other men entertain you. Do you hear me? This is why I tell you I do not let other men entertain you. Because as you're talking to another man on the phone and he knows that you talk slick, he'll throw little small stuff in there. See if you catch it. You understand? See if you catch it. And so now once you catch it, now here we go. Another time he'll throw something else in here. You understand? And once you keep catching every time he throw it, this man can entice you. Do you hear me? Because the first thing that a man does, and y'all know this already, my sisters, some of y'all who are older, you already know this. Once a man captures your mind, the body follows. Once he captures your mind, the body follows. Do you understand? That's why you have to be mindful of who you let in your DMs, of who you correct in your DMs. Okay? That's right. A-Team said, why are you talking to another man frequently anyway? This is true, but some of y'all do it. And that's why I'm telling y'all, that's not what you need to be doing. Okay? That's not what you need to be doing. The only person that should have a seat at the table in your mind should be your husband. The only person that you should think about, okay, that is giving you back shots in your mind should be your husband. I know y'all like, damn, take heat is spicy today. I know. Okay, so this is the only man that should play in your mind. No one else should have a seat at the table. Because if you let someone else have a seat at the table, they can conquer the table. They can take over the table. That's not what you need. See, some of you will get in here, you'll complain about your husband. Oh, he's not romantic. He doesn't do these certain things. Okay. He's not romantic. He doesn't do certain things that you like. Then you do it. Then you do it. You do it. He doesn't like certain things. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. You do it then. You want a bath? You want to do a hot bath? You want to do some cherries or strawberries or whipped cream? You do it. Okay? You do it. If it's just a rub down, you want him to do a rub down, you do it. Now, I'm going to share something with you with the rub down thing. Now, just a little word to the wise, the rub down always go left. So if you ready, for the rub down, be advised it go left. Get ready. Okay, it always go left because my king be quick. Like if he on a good day, if this man is on a good day, he ain't work or nothing like that. He ain't work. This man will tell me, and we'll be on a live at the time. This man will hit me. Yeah, I know some of y'all be looking like, why is Take Heat looking down like that? So he'll text me and say, you need a rub down, and the rub down always go left, okay? Because, I told you I got a big badunkadunk. So the rub down always go left and stuff. And I look at him and I be like, honey, this is not what you promised. And he like, yeah, it's not, but it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to advise you that, the rub down go left. Also, the cherries in the tub, that go left. With the strawberries and stuff, that go left too. And listen. Everything that I have done, okay? I don't know. My sisters, it might get better if you do it. I don't know. You might have a husband that he just understands it's just a rub down. But mine always go left, okay? Now, am I mad that it go left? I'm not. I'm raising my hand for it to go left. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that it go left. Okay, I'm not. Okay, as it should go left. That's mandatory. I'm tired. I'm tired of 18. Okay, so I just want to share something with y'all. Be kind to this man. That's all I want to say to y'all. I ain't really have much to talk about today, y'all. Okay, but when I heard these brothers, I was like, oh, I should come and talk about this because it's not just black men that are the cleanup men. All the cultures are cleanup men. They all are cleanup men. It's the truth. But I'm going to share something with you. Even if you have a cleanup man, treat him well because someone else would love to have him. See, my sisters, you got to understand what you have. And you got to love what you have. Be advised, another woman would want him. Maybe it's something about him that you don't like. And so you think, oh, well, I could go and get another one. It's not enough men to go around. You're going to wind up getting hurt out here in these streets. You're going to wind up getting hurt out here in these streets or even welcome demons in your house. Love that man. Treat him well. Treat him with kindness. Be good to him. Baby. Let me share something with y'all. When y'all women was on that whole nonsense talking about y'all ain't gonna be sleeping with your husbands and this and that because y'all was boycotting and stuff. Somebody asked me in my comment section, "Oh, take heed, you gonna be a part of the boycott?" Who, who, what? Who, what? Oh my God! I attack my husband like a wild dog. So I don't. I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. You want me to do what? You want me to do what? I'm not entertaining that foolery. You want me to do what? Oh my God! Listen, listen. I can't. Y'all crazy. When y'all was trying to do that boycott a couple months back, who's doing that? Who's doing that? Y'all call yourself getting upset, talking about, oh, women's rights and all this. I'm gonna boycott. Boycott who? Boy- Shay said it's blasphemy. That's right, Shay. Boycott who? No. My king looks good to me. Boycott who? Boycott who? I was just looking at him this morning coming out the shower. It's like, damn. I want this man right now, but he has to go to work. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I listen. Maybe that's why I'm talking so fresh this morning. I don't even know. I usually talk fresh though, right? So I don't know. It's a little hot today though. Okay. So anyway, I gotta go. I had a good time with y'all today. Okay. I ain't talk too much shit, but I had a good time with y'all today. Okay. Much love to you all. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Okay. And y'all be safe out here. Okay. And to all my troublemakers, okay, green beans is one of them. To all my troublemakers and Miss Straight Up No Chaser, okay. To all my troublemakers, y'all have a wonderful day, okay. Y'all be safe. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, through Super Chat, through Venmo as well. The links are in my bio, okay. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmrexfashion.com. Also, Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. The links are there. Okay. See, there she go. There she go. Miss Straight Up No Chase. That's right. That's right. You on the troll. I told you you on green beans. I'm telling you. Y'all rich is up for questioning this year. I don't care. We not going into 2026 with y'all having riches, okay? We not doing it, damn it. Okay, Shay, stop laughing, Shay. We not doing it, damn it. Hey, Wallace, what's up, baby? So now, listen. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay? If you like it, go in there and check out some hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. Okay? She gonna say somebody help me. So now, everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Much love to you all. Y'all be safe. God willing, I will not see y'all tomorrow because we going to the market tomorrow. So I won't see y'all tomorrow. And it's early in the morning. Y'all know how the market, you got to be there early in the morning. So we're going to the market tomorrow. And so I won't see y'all tomorrow. But Monday, I will see y'all. Okay? I guess that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Love your husband. You hear me? He only have, you don't know how long you got with him. Enjoy him. Okay? Enjoy him while he's here. Okay? Also, if you have a man with a king mindset, okay, take heed and listen. Stop listening to your girlfriends tell you nonsense out here in these streets, okay? Okay? Renee, I do sell jewelry, but it's not like this. It's not big like this. Yeah. So everybody have a wonderful day, and we out, y'all.